hope so.
Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. That's some room to work.
How the fuck is he not back?
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, 75 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75
you can go on the
they haven't even filed in yet
party and click on my profile.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 26, check 26. We go 46. Kill. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
What we got?
Now Pollard. And some space here. A big play here for Dallas. Give him 53 yards on the ground. Well, a nice little sprint there. I guess if you're the defense, the only thing you hold on to, you got him out of bounds, but it's 1st and goal.
And that's all you can hold on to because they didn't hold on to him very well on that run. He gives them 1st and goal as you out.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down. They run again on 1st down. Cook. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Cowboys.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
He was trying to run the ball like I do, but he couldn't get it going. Yeah, he couldn't.
Cousins to throw it this time. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. Well, not a good omen there. His 1st throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his 1st throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard, and he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's Xavier Rhodes there in on the stop.
Yeah.
On 2nd down, Pollard, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Let's go, D. Check, check. Press down. Hey, kill.
Stay with your man.
Prescott now from the 50. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
On 2nd down now, Pollard. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And that is no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that?
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen 62 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did. Good. I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends, because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54, line.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Gun. Hey, watch that. Hey, Ken. 54. Mike, 54.
Yo, 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 yo.
Cook. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box, we'll be sending you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. Cousins on target to Diggs, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. Cousins gives way to Cook, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
I wonder who's the better buckets. I mean, the better
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on fourth down, may as well make him punt it. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Bailey's kick is good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Not too many breaks ahead, according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2.
We play to win. Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, Pollard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Get ready. Here we go, 47. Hey, kill. 46.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Hughes came crashing in that time, got the sack. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Cook. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Third and short yardage, Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Go, get out there, get out there. Hey, 47. 40, Mike. There you go. 26.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott looking deep for Elliott. It got his man complete. 36 yards on the play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
They'll run with Pollard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
You better bring. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring.
Here's Pollard again. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Right there in the middle, 55.
That's when we into it.
Throwing, Prescott. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They start the drive with Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because
that Vikings defense is like, you can't even get to him. They fucking grab you real good.
Get a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Well,
they'll keep it on the ground. Pollard, only a couple there, so he'll be brought down.
I got stuck a lot.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Good. Right there, you would have been gone outside.
Well, I'm fucking trying to, but...
No, you cut back in. Do the squiggler, do the squiggler.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Prescott to throw it. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know,
if I don't get this
game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does,
I know it's game.
In the secondary, they feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, he ran into. Those guys they've never been to the championship.
They never touched the land of the promised land.
If it was to play big old CP.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
That's good on defense, boy.
54. Here go 46. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. 26.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And it is incomplete.
All right, good game, Buckets. Can't do shit.
GG, bro.
I got here late.